Good day everyone, my name is John Kenneth Vicente from BP2D. So this is my video about Unit 6 in Activity 1 in MPE 7. So let's proceed to the question number 1. Question number 1. What are 4 important goal setting principle practitioners should keep in mind when assisting an individual who wants to learn a particular skill? How might a practitioner apply each of the principles in assisting a person who is learning how to roller skate? My answer is the four important goal setting principles practitioners should keep in mind are the challenging, attainable, realistic, and specific and have a beneficial effect on the people's performance. An individual should be first be challenged during learning. For examples, is when an individual is learning how to roller skate, he should set goals that will push through his knowledge. The practitioner should always try to challenge the learner's current skills to give him room to learn for more. When an individual is trying to learn how to roller skate, it should be attainable to the fact that same person can be balanced his whole body properly. So the same goal should be attainable too. In additionally, the goal they are trying to learn should be realistic to the sense that it is possible for the learner to do such. The practitioner should set realistic goals for his learners. So let's proceed to the question number 2. Question number 2 is discuss the relationship among target skills, target behavior, and target context. For one of the following activities, give an example of target skills, a target behavior, and a target context. Or fly fishing, billiards, using a prosthetic hand while eating a vague potato, or piloting an airplane, shooting a basketball. My answer is target skills, target behavior, and also a target context are related with one another. Target skills discuss the actual tasks individuals need to acquire in order to achieve their goals. Second is target behavior or the observable behavior that are associated with successful performance of those skills. And lastly is target context or the environmental context in which learners want to be able to produce their target skills. These three are related with the sense that they can be observed all together on one activity. So target skills providing the actual skills can be acquired when an individual practice a common behavior consistently. An example is when playing billiards. An example is target skills for a person who wants to learn billiards is to hit the cue ball properly for it to hit the other balls. For it to be done, the person should be consistently aim for the cue ball certain parts to achieve the target skills of hitting the cue ball properly. So the target context on the other hand will be a billiard tournament or a simple gameplay accompanied with a gambling on the other hand will be billiard tournament or a simple gameplay accompanied with gambling. So let's proceed to the question number 3 in Unit 6 in Activity 1. So question number 3. Sometimes, the past movement experiences a person's bring to a learning situation can help the individual pick up the new skills more quickly. Discuss 3 categories of elements that might be shared by 2 motor skills and then give an examples of each type of element that might be similar for one of the following pairs of skills. So, whitewater, canoeing, and snow skiing or operating an automobile and operating a speedboat or wheelchair basketball and wheelchair floor hockey. My answer is one of the 3 categories of elements that might be shared by the 2 motor skills is the identical elements. Identical elements refers to the similarity of 2 different tasks or making the more transferable. An examples will be when driving a car and driving a speedboat. Both vehicles can be best steered by a steering wheel. So a person who has previous knowledge in driving a car will be able to cope up in learning to drive a speedboat. Another category of element is the movement element or movement element refers to the same pattern of movements. In previous examples, driving a car and driving a speedboat are same pattern of movements applying with the steering wheel. Lastly, the perceptual element. The perceptual element refers to the stimuli or reflexes the learner must be feel to do tasks accordingly. On driving a car and driving a speedboat, the car goes to the road and the speedboat goes to the water obviously. The road has traffic, bumps, and even checkpoints, while the water was waves or any buoys. A car driver who wants to learn how to drive a speedboat will have the reflexes or stimuli on the board in where he should adjust the speed of the vehicles accordingly. Also, he can apply the same reflexes on the speedboat in where he should adjust the speed depending on the rudeness of waves in the water. So, question number for our last question. When assessing learners' progress, practitioners should select both outcome and process measures that are valid indicators of performance. Give an examples of a valid outcome measure and a valid process measure for one of the following activities: hang gliding, boss eyes, or ruffling, operating a lathe or lead, reading a braille, playing the flute or shuffling a deck of playing cards. So my examples is a valid outcome measure of ruffling will be the speeds the person descended. It will also help include how far the person descended in a single jump. It is consistency to descend and descends accordingly. On the other hand, a process measure will be when the person successfully descends or not. So this is my video discussion about Unit 6 in Activity 1 in MPE 7. So I hope you learned a lot and thank you. God bless. Bye!